At first glance, things seemed calm in Amy and Chris Marek's world. Since tying the knot in 2021, fans had seen the couple enjoy road trips, family time, and even participate together in filming segments for Little People, Big World. Amy had spoken openly about how different life with Chris was, a fresh start after years of tension and emotional baggage with her ex-husband, Matt. But beneath the smiles and public appearances, there were signs. Subtle at first, a missed family gathering, unusually cold interactions, and comments Amy made in live videos about needing space and boundaries. While fans brushed it off as ordinary marital adjustments, insiders close to the Roloffs hinted that something much deeper was brewing. The tension reportedly began when Matt Roloff and Chris Marek started working closely together on property logistics. Despite Matt's long-standing friction with Amy, he and Chris seemed to form an unlikely alliance, discussing projects, hosting shared family events, and even bonding over shared real estate interests. Some fans praised the maturity of the men moving forward. But to Amy, it may have felt like a betrayal in slow motion. So, what exactly happened? According to multiple sources and swirling fan theories, Amy discovered something she never expected. Chris had been meeting with Matt behind her back. Not for casual chats, but allegedly to discuss business ideas tied to Roloff Farms, a place Amy had painfully walked away from after her divorce. To Amy, the farm wasn't just land. It was years of memories, some joyful, many painful. Reports claim Amy felt blindsided. She'd explicitly asked for boundaries between her current husband and her ex-husband, especially when it came to finances and property. Yet here was Chris, not only breaking that boundary, but seemingly aligning with the very man who had caused Amy so much heartbreak in the past. To make matters worse, Amy reportedly found messages, texts, and emails confirming that Chris had gone ahead with some of these meetings and ideas without ever telling her. That breach of trust was enough to spark a dramatic confrontation. Sources say there was a major blow-up at home, leading Amy to ask Chris to leave the house temporarily or permanently. As one insider put it, Amy felt humiliated. This wasn't just business. This was betrayal from someone she trusted to protect her, not side with her past. From there, everything spiraled. What began as private hurt became public tension. Amy canceled planned events, skipped joint interviews, and noticeably stopped sharing photos with Chris. Fans noticed her solo appearances became more frequent. Meanwhile, Chris was seen spending more time around Roloff Farms, which only fueled rumors that he had chosen sides. Matt, on the other hand, seemed unfazed. Some even say he enjoyed the chaos, posting cryptic captions about doing what's best for business and moving forward, no matter who gets left behind. His girlfriend Karen Chandler has stayed silent, but sources say she's been caught in the middle of this emotional firestorm as well. Family gatherings turned cold. The kids, Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, reportedly took sides. Zach, already distant from Matt, expressed quiet support for his mom. Jeremy, often seen as closer to his dad, has reportedly tried to remain neutral but hasn't publicly supported Amy through the ordeal. Fans dubbed it the Roloff Civil War, and it's easy to see why. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. What started as a seemingly innocent collaboration between two men who once shared a complex past quickly turned into something far more controversial and painful. Amy Roloff had always expressed lingering discomfort with the bond Chris and Matt had formed post-divorce. For years, she tolerated their occasional interactions, especially when it involved family events or the business side of Roloff Farms. But this time was different. This time, it felt calculated, intimate, and most importantly, dishonest. According to multiple sources, Amy had started noticing strange behavior from Chris. Hushed phone calls, late-night texts, and even moments when he would leave the house abruptly with vague excuses. At first, Amy chalked it up to stress or maybe surprise plans, but what she uncovered left her stunned. Screenshots from an unnamed source showed Chris venting to Matt about his frustrations with Amy, everything from their daily arguments to her controlling nature around the house and finances. Some messages allegedly revealed Chris mocking Amy's emotional reactions and second-guessing their marriage. This hit Amy hard. Not only was her husband confiding in someone she considered her past, but he was also emotionally aligning himself with the very man she had fought so hard to distance herself from. Fans were quick to react. Matt and Chris having a bromance is one thing, but talking about Amy like that? That's a stab in the back. Another fan raged on social media. As the tension grew, insiders say Amy tried to address the issue privately at first. She asked Chris to be honest about his relationship with Matt, what they were discussing, how often they were meeting, and why. But instead of clarity, she got deflection, excuses, defensiveness. Until one evening, it all boiled over. Family friends report that Amy confronted Chris after catching him in yet another lie about where he had been. She laid out the messages, the meetings, the betrayals. Chris didn't deny it. What followed, according to witnesses, was a fiery argument that shook the household. Voices were raised, doors were slammed, and then the bombshell. Amy told Chris to pack his bags. She was done. Done with secrets. Done with manipulation. Done with being left in the dark by the man who promised to protect her heart. Their once happy marriage, which had seemed like a fresh start after her difficult divorce from Matt, was now hanging by a thread. And fans were left wondering if this was the end, not just of a relationship, but of the fragile piece within the Roloff family itself. Coming up next, in part 2, we dig into what Chris and Matt were really plotting. Was this a betrayal of love, or a business scheme gone too far? Stay tuned as we unravel the secrets of the deal behind Amy's back. The once tight-knit Roloff family is now facing one of its darkest chapters. What started as subtle tension has now erupted into a full-blown civil war. And at the heart of it all, betrayal, broken trust, and bitter silence. Zach and Tori, long considered the peacekeepers of the family, have reportedly made their position crystal clear. According to insiders close to the situation, the couple is firmly backing Amy Roloff, believing she has been deeply wronged by Chris Marek's actions. The shocking discovery of Chris's private communications with Matt Roloff, Amy's ex-husband, sent a ripple through the family, and now the damage may be irreversible. Zach, once known for his loyalty to his father, is said to be deeply disappointed in Matt's role, or lack thereof, in addressing the situation. Though Matt hasn't made any public statements, his refusal to condemn Chris's behavior is speaking volumes. Many fans now believe Matt is quietly siding with Chris, perhaps even enjoying the disarray from a distance. Tensions spill onto social media. Fans first noticed something was off when Amy shared a cryptic post on her Instagram. Betrayal doesn't come from enemies. It comes from the ones we trust. That one line, simple yet painfully direct, sent shockwaves through the LPBW fanbase. Comments flooded in, with fans demanding answers and sharing their own theories. Many praised Amy for her strength, while others speculated whether Chris had been emotionally checked out of the marriage for months. Tori's social media activity also added fuel to the fire. She's gone quiet, noticeably absent from her usual posting schedule. And when she does post, it's often subtle family moments without any mention of Chris or Matt. Silence, as they say, can be deafening, and Tori's is saying more than words ever could. In a shocking twist, sources close to TLC production have revealed that the cameras never stopped rolling. While many fans believe the show had wound down in recent seasons, production insiders suggest that the family's ongoing drama was too explosive to ignore. Producers are reportedly documenting every development, which means fans might soon witness the unraveling of the Roloff family on screen. This isn't just a minor rift. According to multiple sources, Amy and Chris have stopped attending family events together, with Chris allegedly skipping a major summer gathering at Roloff Farms. Zach and Tori reportedly refused to bring the kids if Chris was present, a move that shows just how deeply divided the family has become. The emotional fault lines are growing wider. On one side, Amy, Zach, Tori, and their children, united and fiercely protective of each other. On the other, Matt, Karen, and now shockingly Chris Marek. It's a dynamic fans never expected to see. Some close family friends say Amy is devastated, not just by Chris's actions, but by the realization that Matt may never have truly let go of their shared past. Seeing Chris and Matt confiding in each other has reopened old wounds, ones Amy thought had long since healed. Meanwhile, Chris, who was once a fan favorite for his down-to-earth nature and calming presence, is facing backlash like never before. Online forums and Reddit threads are ablaze with theories about why he turned to Matt instead of his own wife, and whether this behavior had been going on longer than anyone realized. Wounds that may never heal. For longtime LPBW viewers, this is shaping up to be the most emotionally intense season the show has ever seen. But for the Roloffs themselves, this isn't entertainment. It's real life. And it's unraveling in front of millions of viewers. As Amy distances herself from Chris, fans are noticing she's leaning more and more on Zach and Tori. Their bond appears stronger than ever, with Amy even spending extended weekends at their home and attending outings with the grandkids without Chris in sight. But what does this mean for the future of the show and the family? Fan reactions and online division. On social media, fans are divided. Some stand with Amy and believe she deserves better, especially after everything she went through with Matt. Others are calling for patience, urging viewers not to jump to conclusions until the full story airs. Still, it's hard to ignore the signs. The emotional Instagram posts. The absence of Chris in recent Roloff family photos. The body language between cast members during public appearances. It all paints a picture that's far from peaceful. And yet, through it all, TLC remains silent. No official statement. No trailer teases. Just the promise that something big is coming. Reconciliation? Not likely. In the past, the Roloffs have weathered drama, property disputes, personal disagreements, and even divorces. But this time, things feel different. The betrayal is personal. The hurt runs deep. And the willingness to reconcile appears non-existent. Even fans who once believed that family always comes first are beginning to accept a difficult reality. This may be the point of no return. Zach and Tori's shocking $1.5 million house sale, and what it really means for their future. Plus, did this civil war push them to leave the Roloff legacy behind? Chris Marek has remained conspicuously silent since the shocking fallout with Amy Roloff. While he hasn't released an official statement, sources close to him claim he's feeling deeply misunderstood, caught in the middle of a storm he didn't fully see coming. But is that really the truth? Or just a well-crafted narrative? People close to Chris suggest he may have been manipulated not by Amy, but by Matt Roloff. According to insiders, Matt allegedly drew Chris into more than just casual conversation. The two men shared business ideas, and some say Matt gave Chris a vision of farm life that Amy never supported. The question now burning across social media: was Chris just a pawn in Matt's bigger game? Others don't see Chris as a victim. Instead, they suggest this rift has exposed Chris's true loyalties. Was he ever fully invested in Amy's life and values? Or did he always feel more aligned with Matt, a man who shares his passion for real estate, the outdoors, and long-term vision? A shocking quote from a former TLC producer adds fuel to the fire. Chris was never all in with Amy. He liked the camera time. He liked the perks. But emotionally, he was drifting from day one. Now, Chris is physically gone too. Paparazzi recently spotted him checking into a modest hotel just 10 minutes away from Roloff Farms. Since then, no sightings of him back at Amy's house. No couple outings. No shared updates. The silence is deafening, and fans are speculating nonstop. One Redditor's comment went viral. Chris always looked uncomfortable in Amy's world. Maybe this was inevitable. It's not just the viewers seeing the cracks. Body language experts have resurfaced clips from past seasons, pointing out subtle signs. Chris flinching at Amy's affection, awkward silences during family events, and his tendency to align with Matt during group discussions. All of this leaves one massive question hanging in the air. Was Chris truly the man Amy believed him to be, or just playing a role until the truth came out? The betrayal may go deeper than a single act. It may have been building for years. And Amy? She may have been the last to see it.
Divorce?
Temporary separation? At this point, Amy Roloff hasn't confirmed anything publicly, but sources close to the situation suggest the marriage may be beyond repair. What began as a beautiful second chance at love now hangs by a thread. And with emotions running high and trust seemingly shattered, fans are left to wonder, is there any path forward? Behind the scenes, TLC producers are scrambling. The drama may make for captivating television, but there are real lives at stake. Do they continue filming this heartbreak in real time? Or do they hit pause, knowing that pushing too far could lose them Amy, one of the show's most beloved figures, forever? Even more pressing is the emotional toll this is taking on the rest of the Roloff family. The grandkids, once the heart and joy of Amy's world, are now caught in the crossfire. Zach and Tori, who have already distanced themselves from the main family drama, are said to be deeply worried about how all of this is affecting their children. Jeremy and Audrey, still feuding with the rest of the family, have remained mostly silent, but some suspect they're watching things unfold with growing concern. Amy's friends have reportedly urged her to take time for herself, to step back, reflect, and protect her peace. Meanwhile, Chris has vanished from the public eye, avoiding questions and retreating from the limelight. His silence only adds to the uncertainty. Was this a momentary lapse in judgment? Or the beginning of something darker, something that could permanently fracture the Roloff legacy? The Roloffs have weathered many storms, legal battles, family estrangements, business fallouts, even tragic losses. But this feels different. This feels like the breaking point. So, is this truly the end of Amy and Chris? Can Amy ever forgive what she sees as the ultimate betrayal? And what role did Matt Roloff really play in all of this? Puppet master, innocent bystander, or something far more complicated? Only time will tell. But one thing's certain. The Roloff family will never be the same again.